Hi parents. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and I just start teaching and teaching and I realize that I haven't explained to you how to set up the violin or how to put it away or the bow and stuff like that, so I thought I'd go over those things first. So let me go over the bow. The bow consists of the stick and the hair, essentially, and the hair is part of the bow that you do not want to touch. Your oily fingers will get on there and it will turn it brown, and it will be hard to maintain the rosin, which creates friction, which in the end is what helps the violin make sound. So never touch the hair. The stick is fine. Stick can be delicate, so of course take care not to drop it. You have the tip here that's particularly prone to breaking when you drop it on tile, so let's not drop our bows. And this is the frog, which is where the hand goes when they're setting up, right? And this is what I really want you to pay attention to, though. It's the screw. Now, if you'll notice, when I put my bow upside down, the hair is touching the stick. I don't know if you can see that very well, because it's not focusing, but anyhow, some of the hair it's so loose that it's kind of grazing along the stick a little bit. It's not going past the stick, it's not that loose, but it's quite loose. If I shake it up and down, it's actually it has some quite a bit of flexibility, and that's because I turned this screw to make it loose. And why did I turn it to make it loose? Because due to temperature and humidity and stuff like that, when you put it in the case, sometimes the hair can actually become tightened and it can cause your bow to warp. Alright, so when you're putting the bow away, please make sure that you unscrew it enough so that the hair, you see there's a very severe bend in it and it's touching the stick. Now you don't want to unscrew it too much, because if you do, I'll show you what happens. Here we go, we're unscrewing it, bam, this will come out. Which is not a huge deal, except sometimes it could get twisted or broken. It's just prone to become more damaged if it's not held together. So just take my word for it. I suggest not to unscrew it all the way. So here we go. Now I'm going to show you how it should be when the children are playing the bow. And usually I kind of test it with the child and tell them how many times they should turn it. I kind of see how far they turn it. But I'll just show you what it looks like when it's over tight and when it's too tight. Alright, so this is too tight. The hair is perpendicular to the stick. We do not want this. There's no flexibility in this. It's going to be very hard for the child to create a sound. So basically, we want it to be right about here, where it's not quite perpendicular but has like a slight little bend to it. Alright, and during class time, if you have any more questions, you can ask me about it and I could show you more specifically at home. But I don't know if you can see, maybe because my black shirt you can see, it kind of dips down. You see that? Down, 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 and then it comes back up. So there is a bow in it, but it's not touching the stick, right? And so here it is loose, so you can see the difference. Here it is when it's loose, touching the stick, right? Touching the stick. Here is when it's too tight. Alright, let me show you. See, it's perpendicular, there's no bend. And here is when it's just right. Call it the sweet spot. Right here. And you can see that it gets bigger, then it bows down, and then it comes back up. So there's a bow in the hair, and that's what we want. So that is the bow.